Welcome to the Fly Route Pod. Whether it's your first time listening to any of our videos or you're a return listener, do us a favor. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content.
The Fly Route Pod. The Fly Route Pod. The Fly Route Pod.
And the Los Angeles Lakers here are different, very different. And I mean, they made so many moves. They got Russell Westbrook, right? And to get Russell Westbrook, they sent off a first-round pick, Kuzma, KCP, Montrezl Harrell. They are just like making all of the moves possible that they can. And it is really important because after doing that, they had three massive contracts on their team. A big three. They paid them all. And there's not a lot of cap space left. And people make a lot of gripe about how old this Lakers team is. That is true. Because after that, they added Carmelo Anthony on a minimum deal, Dwight Howard on a minimum deal. They added Trevor Ariza on a minimum deal, Wayne Ellington as well. And those are all, and Kent Bazemore, those are all great additions. And those were great additions that the Lakers desperately needed because they added shooting to this team, shooting in Melo, shooting in Wayne Ellington, some shooting in Trevor Ariza, but then some younger guys such as Kendrick Nunn they added, Malik Monk they added, getting on really cheap deals were massive, massive wins for the Lakers based off the position that they already were in after the Russell Westbrook trade. And that is important to note. Now, I am less concerned about this team's age, more concerned about this team's defense. People are concerned about this team age because these type of teams with a lot of old people need to be load managed. We've seen AD have injuries as of late. We've seen LeBron have injuries as of late. And I just want to say, I'm not super worried about that for a couple reasons. One, Russell Westbrook's motor is so high. And on those load management days, Russell will be able to fully take over the team, push it, play full Russell Westbrook basketball that we know is quite successful in the regular season. It can win a lot of games. And when it comes into the playoffs, hopefully those veterans are rested. Those veterans are able to come in and be healthy. And if they are healthy, this team can contend for a championship. I'm concerned about their defense. Now, we know AD plays great defense when he's healthy. We know Trevor Ariza played great defense, has not been able to do as much as of late, but there has not been as much opportunity as of late. So I'm really interested to see what Trevor Ariza does. Dwight Howard is active, is helpful, defends the basket, etc. But that's where the defense ends for that team, in my opinion. And I think that it's going to be kind of difficult to watch this team shift its identity from being a team that found its bones on defense to being a team that might need to find its bones on offense and be prolifically scoring wise when they need to have a lot of guys in there for spacing purposes because nobody in their big three is a great shooter. Maybe good at best and good at best for their position, not good at best for the league at large, if we're being honest. So I think this is a confusing situation because I'm right now willing to say this team is better than the Lakers of last year. I am definitely not willing to say this is better than the Lakers of 2 years ago in which they won the bubble. So kind of seeing where this team ends up and what other moves they make at the tail end of free agency is really going to be important for getting a solid look at what we expect this Lakers team to be next season.